10.
And we
11,
have the
12,
B
13,
event
14,
of the
15,
Thalia Kelly
16,
Considine Cup.
17, 18, 19.
In that we
20,
have
21,
the
22, 23.
first boats
24,
off.
25.
We have
26.
Portland
27,
taking off first
29,
in lane 5.
30,
Newport
31,
Aquatic
32,
Center taking off
33.
second in lane 1. Boulder taking off in 3rd place in lane 2. Then we have the Wildcat Rowing Association in lane 3, and followed by the Green Lake Rowing Club in lane 4. So as we run through this again, we've got Newport Aquatic Center in lane 1, Boulder in lane 2, Wildcat lane 3, Green Lake lane 4, Portland lane 5. As it stands at 120 meters, 125 meters, we have in lane 4, Green Lake in the lead. They are followed by lane 1 with the Newport Aquatic Center, lane 2 with Boulder, and then lane 3 and 4, which would be Wildcat and Green Lake. They're neck and neck, following about one boat length behind. As we approach the 500-meter mark, we still have lane 4, Green Lake, in the lead. They have about a one-boat lead over Newport Aquatic Center in lane 1. They have a little clear water to Boulder in lane 2. And then there's about a one-boat length distance between lanes 3 and 4, where you have Wildcat and Green Lake virtually neck and neck.
On the water, the second of 3 heats for the Women's Club Championship. It is, as you've noticed before, a staggered start. First off the blocks was Portland Boat Club. They're out there in lane number 5. Second away was the Newport Aquatic Center, followed by Boulder Community Rowing, Wildcat Rowing Association out of Villanova, Pennsylvania, and also in lane number 4, the last to leave was the Green Lake Crew out of Seattle, Washington. At the 500-meter mark, Green Lake Crew had made up a tremendous amount of ground and was in the lead, actually, followed by Newport Aquatic Center, Boulder Community Rowing, and then came Wildcat and the Portland Boat Club. The Green Lake Crew made very short time of their handicap and made up that time rather rapidly in the first 500 meters of our race.
Again, Alan, this is a club race where all the members of this race have to be members of the club, live locally around that club, and participate as a club boat. The interesting thing I think we'll find is where the pockets of former athletes are. We have Washington up in a strong contingent of Washington athletes up in Green Lake area. We have, of course, a very strong contingent of former national team and Olympians out of Long Beach, a strong group out of Marin. So this is actually a really good thing because all the clubs around the country have an opportunity to come together and try to develop a program. Some are led by their local stars, but in general, it's an opportunity to develop program and race as a club and develop club unity and not have to worry about going off and just rowing as a mercenary. This is a great opportunity to develop club rowing for masters.
The Green Lake Crew out of Seattle, Washington, certainly showing a tremendous amount of quality. They have a fantastically large lead right now. They were the last boat off the stake boats, and they had made up their ground in the first 500 meters. And now there is a great deal of open water back to the rest of the gang that occupies lane 1 Newport, lane 2 Boulder, lane 3 Wildcat, and lane 5 the Portland Boat Club. The Portland Boat Club was the first one off the stake boats, and they are out there in a position that I think I've miscalled here. It is Portland out on the outside. My error, my apology. They were the first off the stake boats, and they are in a commanding lead. From the distance that we view here, a little bit difficult to pick it up. Green Lake did in fact close ground rather rapidly, but they were not quite as fantastic as I was alluding to earlier. The Portland Boat Club got off early, and they are continuing to hold on to that lead on the far outside. Then along the shoreline, it's the Newport Aquatic Center, followed by, on the outside, challenging now the Green Lake crew, beginning to make up a distance. They are challenging Wildcat and Boulder in that order. But the first crew off the stake boats was that far outside crew, and that is the Portland Boat Club, and they have been on the lead from the beginning. In second spot right now, in lane number 1, is the Newport Aquatic Center. And then in the middle of the field, it appears that Green Lake may have made up the distance necessary, because they are challenging Wildcat with Boulder beginning to fade.
Alan, a reminder that there are the top 2 that go on to the grand final in this event. There are no petite finals or third level finals. The grand final is tomorrow in the early afternoon under the women's club event.
Still clinging to that lead, Portland Boat Club on the outside. Still hanging on to their second place is Newport along the shoreline. Green Lake has made up some ground, and they have now eclipsed the Wildcat Rowing Association out of Villanova, Pennsylvania. And then comes Boulder Community Rowing, and they are rowing along in lane number 2. But however the handicapping worked, Portland decided they were going to take advantage of it, and they have done just that. They have a substantial lead on the outside, and they were the first away and apparently are going to be the first across the finish line. Newport is along the shoreline here, and they are in second spot. So the 1-2 boats to leave are turning out to be 1-2 in the race here. Green Lake has slid into that third position with Wildcat and Boulder trailing. Looking back to our lead, Portland Boat Club, first off the stake boats, first to the other end. A wire-to-wire finish for them as they move on to the grand final for the women's club. Along the shoreline, it looks like Newport will move on, and now it's just a in-house argument between Green Lake on the outside and in the bright green jerseys, Wildcat Rowing Association on the inside. Boulder Community Rowing is trailing, and it looks like Green Lake will hang on and finish up in the third position there. They came from far back, as a matter of fact, followed by Wildcat in number 4 and Boulder number 5. Once again, the top 2 to move on in the number 51 event, the women's club event. It will be Portland Boat Club and Newport Aquatic Center moving to the final. Next up will be our third count here and heat in the women's club event. And lane 1, Lake Union, Casitas is in 2, Los Gatos is in 3, Marin in 4, Boulder in 5, and Newport Aquatic Center rowing out of lane number 6.
Way it up. Bow 4 to row. 2 strokes. Ready, row.
With this third event for the women's club handicapped Thalia Kelly Considine Cup, we have the last boat working to get into position at this time.